Hi everyone, welcome to Keep Calm and Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this cute little frog keyring. This project is really nice, simple and easy to work, and it does not require any sewing. For this tutorial you're going to need plush yarn in green color, 5mm crochet hook, pair of scissors, stitch marker, darning needle, fiber fill, 12mm security eyes and a keyring attachment. So make sure you've got all of those components. Now before we start, if you enjoy watching my tutorials, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. We're going to start off by working a slip knot with our green yarn. Slip our hook inside and chain 2. 1, 2. From here you're going to skip your first chain and work 6 single crochets in the second chain from your hook. Pull up a loop there, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both. That's my first single crochet. Going to work 6 of them all together. Here's third, fourth, fifth, and my sixth one. Now we're going to pull on this bit of yarn to eliminate the gap between your stitches, and this should bring your stitches nice and close together. And from here you're going to start working in a spiral. So locate your first single crochet of your previous round, and we're going to work our first stitch of round 2 in there. So work your first single crochet there. Going back into that same stitch to work 1 more single crochet. Now when you work 2 single crochets in the same stitch, it's called an increase. We're going to be working 6 increases altogether in this round. Here's my second increase. Third increase. Fourth increase, fifth, and my final one, increase number 6. And this should bring your stitch count to 12. Going to start the next round with a single crochet in our first stitch. We're going to start using a stitch marker from here to identify the start of our rounds. I'm going to follow that on with an increase. I'm going to repeat this combination one more time. So single crochet followed on with an increase. From here you're going to be working a bobble stitch in the next stitch. To do this you're going to yarn over your hook, slip your hook inside that stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through only the first 2. So that's almost like a incomplete double crochet. So from here you're going to work 4 of those all together. Yarn over again, go into the same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both, or the first 2. Going to repeat that same process so until we have 4 of these incomplete half double crochets, and the last time. And there we go. Once you've done this, this should bring your loop count to 5. So you should have 5 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through all 5 loops in one go, and we're going to move on to the next stitch. In here you're going to be working a single crochet. Followed on with an increase in the next stitch. Let's repeat that same combination one more time. Single crochet followed on with another increase. Now from here I'm going to be working an increase in the next stitch after that. You should now have 2 stitches left. We're going to work a bobble stitch followed on with an increase. So let's work the bobble stitch again together. Yarn over your hook, go into that stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's keep repeating that until we have 4 incomplete double crochets. So that's my second, third, and fourth. This should bring you should have 5 loops on your hook now. Yarn over, pull through all 5 in one go. stick this up and then work an increase in the next stitch. So start off by working in a single crochet in there first. That's one, going back into that same stitch to work another, and there's the increase. Now this will bring your stitch count to 18. We're going to start the next round by working 2 single crochets in a row. That's first, stitch marker back in place. Here's my second one. Follow this on with an increase. So 2 single crochets followed on with an increase. Repeat that all the way around. At the end of this round, your stitch count should be 24. Now we're going to start the next round by working 3 single crochets in a row. Here's my first, second, third, followed on with an increase. And here's your repeat for this round. 3 single crochets followed on with an increase, and repeat that all the way around. At the end of this round, your stitch count should be 30. We're now going to start the next round by working a single crochet in our first stitch. And we're going to follow the single crochet on with a single crochet in every one of these stitches all the way around. To finish this round, you're going to need 30 single crochets in a row. Once you've done this, you're going to follow the same method 2 more times to have 3 rounds of single crochets all together. So go ahead, work 3 rounds of single crochet and then meet me back here. At the end of 3 rounds of single crochet, your stitch count should still be 30. I'm going to take a minute and insert the security eyes into this head. I've already gone ahead and done one. I'm going to be using a 12mm size, and you're going to be inserting this just below the puff stitch. So here's the bobble stitch or puff stitch, and I'm going to insert it at the base of this stitch like this. Let's turn it the wrong way around and put the backing on. And now from here, you're going to start the next round by working 3 single crochets in a row. Here's my first, second, third, and follow this on with a decrease. So slip your hook in the next stitch, pull up a loop, do the same with the stitch after that, pull up a loop. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 in one go. This just worked a decrease. So following the same method, you're going to repeat this combination. 3 single crochets followed on with a decrease, and repeat that all the way around. At the end of this round, your stitch count should be 24. We're now going to start the next round by working 2 single crochets in a row, followed on with a decrease. To do this, you're going to pull up a loop from the next 2 stitches, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 in one go. And here's your combination for this round. 2 single crochets followed on with a decrease. Repeat that all the way around. At the end of this round, your stitch count should be 18. We're going to start the next round by working a single crochet in our first stitch, followed on with a decrease. And here's your combination for this round. Single crochet, decrease, repeat it all the way around. Now, as you can see, the gap between the stitches is decreasing with every round. So finish this round, fill this frog up with some fiber fill, and then meet me back here. At the end of this round, your stitch count is 12. We're going to work our last and final round together. So in this round, we're going to be working 6 decreases. There's my first decrease, second, third, fourth, fifth, and number 6 is right here. Once you worked your 6 decreases, you are going to be left with a tiny little gap between your stitches. You are either going to use a darning needle to stitch this up, or if you're going for a no-sew project, you're going to work 1 more decrease. And from here, you're going to work a slip stitch in the opposite stitch like this. And there we go. Let's go ahead and snip this yarn off, pull it out of the stitch and pull this down to secure it in place. And from here, slip your hook from further away, make it come out from the same stitch where we've just finished. Loop your yarn onto your hook and pull this into the body here. And there we go. That finishes the body of this little frog. Now on to the finer details, and for this we're going to grab our pink yarn and let's make a little blush underneath the eye. To do this, you're going to slip your hook. So there's the eye. Going to leave this stitch and this stitch and slip your hook away from the next one here. So keeping those two stitches in between, you're going to loop this new yarn on and pull this through your stitch. I'm going to repeat the same process a couple of times. So going back out from that same stitch, pull this same yarn into it again and keep it nice and loose. We don't want to make it too tight. And one more time. And there we go. Once we've done that, that creates the blush. We're going to grab this bit of yarn and let's go ahead and snip this. Give two of these strands a little knot in place. And when you make that knot, it needs to sit at the edge of the stitch. So on the side here. And once we've done this, we're going to slip our hook from further away, make it come out from that same stitch where we've just finished, loop these two bits of yarn onto your hook and pull this in. And we can either repeat the process one more time or we can go ahead and snip these off. I like to repeat it one more time and then I'm going to snip the extra bit off that come out from this side. And there we go. And follow the same method and do the same on the other side and meet me back here. Blush is now on. Let's go ahead and work a little mouth for this frog. For this, I'm going to grab some black yarn and let's slip our hook in the same round as the blush. So insert it from one side, keep around 2 stitches in between and take it out from the other side. Now this needs to be positioned in the center of the eyes. So from here, I'm going to loop this black yarn onto my hook and pull this in. From here, I'm going to repeat the same process one more time. So pull this a little bit further and we're going to loop that same bit of yarn again and pull this through. And that should create a little mouth in place. Now I'm going to take this bit of yarn and tie the 2 strands together into a knot, keeping the knot on one side of the mouth. Like this. If the thread gets pulled too much, you're going to pull on this and then tighten the thread on the side like that. Now, by doing this, you ensure that the mouth doesn't get pulled in too far. From here, you're going to slip your hook from further away, make it come out from that same stitch where we've just finished, and loop your 2 bits of black yarn on to your hook and pull this in. And there we go. And that finishes our frog. To make this into a keyring, we're going to grab one of these keyring attachments and we're going to sew that in the just on the top part of the head, just around here. So we're going to be doing that a little bit further at the back, so the middle part doesn't get pulled, because if you get this gets pulled, the eyes won't be that prominent. So making sure we leave the first 2 rounds and attach this keyring onto just after 2 rounds, so after the second round, right around here. So I'm going to isolate 1 stitch using my darning needle and slip this into this ring part and attach it in place by going through that same stitch a couple of times. And once you finish with that, you're going to take these 2 bits of yarn. Let's snip this off first and give it a little knot in place. And now we're going to slip this back in that same stitch, guide it to go through some fibre fill, make it come out from another side. Let's go ahead and snip it off and do the same with the other one as well. And that finishes our little frog keyring. If you enjoyed making this keyring with me, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.